Chiz, can we get an update on which of the cucks outdid each other in the Democratic national debate?
Was it the annoying, soulless woman or the spineless, withered old man? Was it the weak-looking octogenarian who brought home the gold tonight? Did he? The guy who could die tonight, and no people would be sad, but no one would be surprised. I can't believe that you're watching another one of these debates, man.
I can't believe that
It's the same thing. I haven't watched any this entire time because I know they're all the same. It's the same shit every time.
Well, shouldn't you watch one then?
I watched the last cycle. I know, Chiz. I know I don't follow any. It really bothers you though that I have strong opinions on things that I don't research.
That's great.
I come on. I have strong opinions on all the candidates. Have you watched any of the debates? No. Have you read their No.
He's sending Taylor all this literature. Read this, read that. Taylor's like, nah.
Yeah, he sent us one thing earlier tonight,
So
and
much
he was
literature.
like, read this list of things, and it was a list on Sanders for president on Reddit, which is the most biased, and I told him that's like me sending him, a link from Dr. Mengele's website from the Nazi about how Jews are actually the worst. Like, of course it's biased. Like, it's totally leaning that direction. Like, I would not send you a link from the Donald and be like, look at that. Looks like I'm in the right corner. Like, no. And I even pointed out on there, I'm like, hey, this list of his achievements, first of all, there's not even one per year. Barely one every couple of years, and there's a gap between 1992 and like 2007 on this list. So even his most adamant people that love him realize that he had a 15-year drought of efficacy, apparently. Which probably isn't even true, Chiz.
It's not true. We talking about the stuff he passed?
But he hates it.
Okay, now I see the goal.
He hates it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chiz. I'm sorry. Anyway. Yeah, go back to hockey talk.
No, I want to keep poking at Chiz.
I know.
Chiz is truly into Sanders. Like, it's... I hate my own position.
$3,200 something now.
All of us have shitty positions. I'll explain. Me, I dislike all the candidates. You have to pick one. You have to find a guy you dislike the least, at least, and I haven't done that yet. Taylor, strong opinions, change every week, completely unresearched, right? so that's not good.
They vary wildly. Just
Kyle, hardcore Trump supporter who pretends he only supports him for the lulz, right? That's intolerable. And Chiz,
absolutely not.
Hardcore Sanders supporter, completely drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, he thinks. See, if Chiz were super like into Cruz or Trump, it'd be harder to do with Trump because embracing Trump in and of itself is almost accepting of the jokes coming your way because it's already, you know what I mean? Like
right.
People who are supporting Trump expect that. If you were a huge fan of Hillary, right. I would be targeting her really hard because he's so passionate about it. It's just like when you make fun of the St. Louis Blues losing in hockey in the playoffs. I want to be like, fuck you. But really, I'm like, well, the fact is, Woody, is that our shot stats from the past few years are actually way better than you're thinking. You're not giving us the credit and you don't care. You just want to get under my skin. And you did. But I have that urge to defend the team. Just like Chiz, he has to defend Team Sanders. He can't resist. Great. I saw all those posts on the Reddit that were like, on the PK Reddit, that were like, saying what you said about Kyle, that he's a secret Trump supporter. I was sold on that for a bit. I'm not 100%
He went to a Trump rally.
I know that he likes Trump way more than he pretends to, because you always back off and do the, but that would just be so crazy. Like, because you have to with Trump a bit. But I think
he's so entertaining. I'm entertained by Trump.
He's not that entertaining.
Like he is to me.
Okay,
I find him.
What's his best Trump joke?
What?
Where's his zinger in the debates?
It's a different kind of comedy than that. It's
right?
It's not it's not about necessarily what he's. The funny thing is his supporters are playing off him though. I think it's his style. It's everything about him. I think he's funny when he's up there. I think the way he took all those politicians apart, like from Jeb Bush to Marco Rubio. I think that's funny. I like seeing these guys being treated without respect, being treated indignantly, and they're like nobody's ever called them a dickhead before. Nobody's ever called them a goober or made fun of their dick size. Like,
it's fun seeing their fish out of water experience, because they've always been attacked by politicians in a way that Hillary Clinton attacks people, which is very measured, very precise. You don't want to overextend yourself, but you don't want to be too weak either. But
Trump, and I hate politicians, and I don't believe in our political system anymore. I feel like it's so inherently flawed that it's just a broken system. I don't believe in it anymore. It's crap. I feel like there are two or three bigger things than I can ever be that are already guiding our politicians the way they want. There's corporations, there's banks, there's multinational interests that are putting so much pressure on our politicians that my voice is so drowned out. It's not even a point. It's not even democracy anymore.
I want to say this.
It's an oligarchy.
I kind of agree with everything you're saying. If Trump doesn't represent the Republicans, having gotten the most votes, I strongly agree with what you're saying. It's if it goes to a brokered convention and the guy with the most votes doesn't win, fuck the Republicans.
I already feel that way. I'm not even talking about the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. I'm just talking about the U.S. government and the way it's run. And most world governments, I don't know any good ones. Fuck, none of them seem to work. There seems like so much red tape that it's entirely ineffective, from the smallest levels of state government up into the biggest like nation swathing policies from the federal government. I don't like any of it. I'm more and more libertarian every day. And I don't like any of our politicians. I don't feel like they really are representing us. They're just not.
And I think they're a bunch of squares.
You know what?